What is up, everybody? I'm No Lex Given, back with some more Hearthstone Battlegrounds, and we've got a few new anomalies. Let's take a look here. Shackles of the Primus. After each combat, remove your warband at the start of your turn. Triple your gold. Okay, that one's going to be kind of crazy. At the start of the game, all players discover a tier 6 minion from the same choices. And then, assumedly, you have that starting on turn 1. Okay, that's also a pretty big game changer. And then another huge one that changes the health in the game. Start at 5 health and at 5 gold, you can only take 1 damage at a time. Okay, that's really going to be a nerf to demons, potentially, in the early game. Let's hop into it and see which of these anomalies we get. We are newly 6K, and we're going to try to keep on climbing, see what we can do, and we're going to start this one off with a Summoning of Champions. Swap a friendly non-golden minion with a random one from the tavern. Could be kind of interesting to, like, keep swapping the Murloc. That could be really insane. Dragons could also be really good. I mean, Glaive Ricochet is just a great hero power, but I think Jandis has some really cool synergies with both Murlocs and Dragons in this lobby that we could potentially look to start taking advantage of. So everybody's going to see these exact same choices, but I am hoping to find Murky or, I don't know, maybe some other stuff. But yeah, Murky seems exactly what we wanted. So now, so I do this. Oh, it gives me a random one. Okay, that's fine. But the goal here is just to replay Murky every turn. And it's just going to get better and better. For each Battlecry minion you've played this game. So far I've played Murky twice. But I think that this is going swimmingly. We'll see what our other opponents picked up here. Hopefully not too many other people are going down the Murky route. Okay, yeah, Walking Fort is a pretty tempting way to go as well. And oh my gosh, if you can keep... Holy Murky. The damage in this early game is really insane. Did not think about that. Do I want to level or do I want to continue to play Murky? I think I kind of want to continue to play Murky. There's so much damage to be had here in the early game. Oh, I love this. I might even be locking here. Yes, I am going to be locking because I ripped the worst Murloc there. Next turn I'll sell off Surf and Surf. No, you know what? I'm not locking this. I'd rather find Battle Cries.
I think you can win this thing.
Okay, this opponent has also decided to play a Murky themselves. We want to kill the other Murky players for sure. But I don't know if other people are just like playing their Murky, they're not really even using it.
You're good at this.
Okay, well, I'd really like to swap this with Celemental. But I think I'll grab Shell Collector here to start. Then swap it. And then probably just sell out of... Oh, I'll just sell off the golden coin.
Go big or go home, I always say.
So I am going to want to start leveling up relatively soon here. I really want to find Bran, like, as soon as possible. And then otherwise I just want to replay Murky every turn and get a huge Rock Pool Hunter, I'll look to make some other characters big as well.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
But I think that this is like really incredible tempo, and the fact that we can hit people for a bonus 7 every turn, I think is where I want to be. Cool, cool. Start smacking for 7s, eh? Wabam. Eventually we'll hit the damage cap. Swamp Striker I do think is probably pretty good. I think it's good enough. And I'm not actually playing anything this turn. Alright, so I'm grabbing Murky. I can sell out of both of these two to buy Swamp Striker. And I think that that's right to do. Because Swamp Striker's just going to get the free bonus stats every single turn. Plus, it actually allows me to start splitting up my Murky bonus already. Because a 12-13 is more than big enough for this stage of the game. Yeah, this seems pretty great. I don't... Oh, I'm lobby leader right now. Which is great considering I already took 7 damage once. We can see one player has already had enough.
Everyone's gunning for you.
With another player already pretty low. That is a huge dozy whelp. Yeah, Walking Fort, if you hit, might arguably be better scaling than everything I've done. So that's fair. Go here, I guess. Yeah, a little bit awkward. Walking Fort, pretty good. So might have underestimated that one
Welcome back. How's it
just
going
a
out
wee little bit. Start with this, then I'll buy Murky and one of these other Battlecry guys. Just go for the
there?
stats.
Quite the army you're building, friend.
If I can steal taunt things from the other players in the lobby too, that might not be a horrible strategy. Giving a Mercules a bunch of bonus stats could be cool. Plus there's other fun Murlocs here. I think this is lockable. So next turn I'll have 8 gold, which is enough to purchase Murky and level up. So I'll just be swapping Murky out, hoping to hit one of these 2 Murlocs, ideally Mercules, though I don't have any way to pump Mercules, or I don't have anything to keep in hand for Mercules to pump.
Keep up the momentum, friend.
Shutterwalk decided not to go for the Murky strategy. And looks like they were right. Yeah, I mean, I guess I do like outscale, but it's just way too slow. So I did make a miscalculation here. Walking Fort might be a little bit busted in the Summoning of Champions lobbies.
I've got some fresh recruits for you.
Oh, I could have cycled through the shell collector first. Oh, George was another... I thought George was a Murky player. I think the tracker's messed up. It's telling me I've never fought Galenkron. That actually seems correct. But it's telling me Gallywix is the player with the Divine Shielded Murky, which that was supposed to be George. Oh, but George is also displaying at 0 health, so I think that's the problem. Is George actually already conceded, and thus is displaying improperly. So everybody that picked Murky over Walking Fort is getting significantly punished. And I'm kind of hanging on here with Murky. I'm about to start doing +10 a turn, but they're given like +12 a turn on their variety of different guys over there. I don't hate Blazing Skyfin. Let's just start by swapping and locking this. Alright, that just gives me Felemental. I'm gonna buy Murky. I think the Blazing Skyfin is fine, so I'll grab that, and then I'll roll for one more Battle Cry. Could be Faceless Disciple on the Felemental. Let's start off by doing this. Okay, that doesn't really help me. I think I might just sell out of this thing. I've got one more roll here. Yeah, I'll just do... I don't know, I feel like I'm almost more benefited by just having one huge character rather than pumping this thing, but yeah, I'll go here. I feel like this isn't going to be enough. I'm not going to be dead yet. I'm at least going to crack on into the top 4. Might play another game real quick after this one, because this one went super, super quickly. You can see this is already up into the 50s. I'll actually survive that hit with the salt scale, so it's not terrible, but I can't get past all of their other stuff they've got here. To get to trade off with Upbeat Duo, that's reasonable, so I don't take that much. Take like 10. Down to 10. It is going to allow me to sneak into the top 4, probably. Maybe not even. But I do think this is where the buck stops here. Yep. Swap this out once. Alright. Definitely over the Hummingbird already. Just grab some other random battle cries.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to wind up rolling down with this extra econ. See what happens if I do this. I just imagine, like, I'm not going to be able to beat whatever their big thing is. What was the other option besides Walking Fort and Murky? I don't remember. Oh, Zap. Yeah, nobody went for Zap. That would have been, like, significant tempo on the first turn, but falls off significantly more so after that. How big is this guy's Walking Fort stuff? Not actually that huge. I'm only 4% to take lethal. Actually have a reasonable shot to tie or win. At some point, I do outscale the rest of this lobby, but that's a long time coming. So for now, I will take 6 down to 4, and that might bring me just enough into the top 4. No, this player is still hanging on here, Gallywix. But I am up against the Ghost. Alright, I will take this opportunity against the Ghost. I like these things in the shop enough. Let's swap out the Murky. I think I grabbed the worst one there. And let's roll. Probably just want to... I mean, Metalhead is cool to trigger battle cries, but it doesn't count as playing battle cry minions, and the stats are not permanent. So it doesn't really matter to me. So to that extent, I think I'll just grab like a shell collector here. And I'll pump up this thing again. I do have a few decently sized minions, but I don't think that we've hit the point where this is enough just yet. I would consider the Amalgam if this was a mech lobby, because then I could give this like Divine Shield. As is, I don't think that the Amalgam really helps me in any way that I can think of. I guess I could give it a Divine Shield with Amber Guardian, but same with Blazing Skyfin. Might look to pick up a Blazing Skyfin or a Amber Guardian should that come up. And this might put me into the top 4 here this turn. Let's see, was this enough? It was. So now I'm in the top 4. I like this, and I like this. I might cycle through those. I also kind of like the Dagger Spine Thrasher, especially since my opponent's biggest cards will have Taunt. So let's cycle this out to start. It's a little bit unfortunate. Really wanted to hit this. Could have bought the other things first, but didn't seem worth it. Let's still grab this. And I think the Spiny Shields are spells. I don't know if Selfless Hero does enough for me. Cool, looks like a spell to me. More spells as backup for next turn is somewhat interesting. I don't know that Baskill does anything for me, but I might lock on to Oozling Gladiator. Actually, I can just buy Oozling Gladiator.
When does the real fight start?
Okay, I got Venomous, yeah, Venomous. That was the main one that I cared about. Can play this now just to get an additional Murky Pump here. Throw that here, and I'm actually going to give my huge guy Taunt. And I don't need this to have any, I don't need it to have Divine Shield. I just want to make sure I save some so that I can guarantee give it Venomous next turn. So, like, ideally all of their stuff attacks into my thing here, and then also ideally I would have cleared this, but I was pretty close to clearing it. Oh, I actually lose. That's unfortunate. I could have won this one even. 40% to win, but instead I will lose. Go out in 4th place. I'm going to hop in another one, though. This was a cool anomaly. I think I miscalculated. I went for something cool, whereas I should have just played Walking Fort, because that's, like, incredible. So, that one's on me. First game of the patch, first game of the new anomaly. And our anomaly this game is Shackles of the Primus. After each combat, remove your warband at the start of your turn, triple your gold. Seems absolutely nuts. Piggy bank could be cool. And undead is really the main way that you're gonna want to play this thing. At the start of your turn, triple your gold is pretty tough to take advantage of. because you can't do anything before that happens. But I think the goal here is really just farm up as much undead stuff as you possibly can, to the point where I don't see any reason to
Hey, my favorite commander is
play
back.
the game
Ready to get
here on
started?
turn 1. Wait, remove your warband. Does that include your cards in hand? I might think no.
I can bring in more powerful minions now.
Like, certainly I get to keep a gold coin that I've picked up. But I'm curious about stuff in my hand. Well, I'm just going to roll for Nerubian Death Swarmers regardless here. And I find 2 of them, which I think is a pretty good start to the game. You could maybe hang on to them for a little bit and, like, triple them or something later. Triple your gold. So next turn we're going to have 12 gold, which is enough to buy both Nerubians and then roll a bunch of times. This is a very, very curious
Really raging.
hero power. So let's buy this. Like 2 more rolls to hit a 3rd Nerubian. So this is a little bit risky, but I feel like I'm going to hang on to both of these Nerubians. I maybe should have just leveled up. But I feel like the idea of getting to give all of my undeads +4 attack for the rest of the game by playing Nerubian, tripling it, and then playing another Nerubian seems good. Remove your warband. That's gotta just mean what's in play, not what's in hand. Oh, so
Right out
Murlocs.
there.
Murlocs could be a crazy strategy, pumping up the stuff in your hand. Wait a gosh dang minute.
Welcome back. How's it going out there?
That's really interesting. Alright, so let's try out something like this now.
This is a no-fly zone.
Yeah, Baskill seems like it would really be good, but you'd have to find Baskill every turn. So I don't know. I kind of feel like... Let's try out this for a second. I would have played... If I had found a Rylak Metalhead, I would have picked that up here. But, like, dare I say that with having my undead have +4 attack already from undead army triggers, I might be in a good position right now? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. This is a very
You
wacky
can win this
game.
thing.
I'm going to want to start leveling soon. I win this combat, which is fantastic. Get to hit my opponent for 5. These damages are going to add up. Where am I at? I'm right here.
Out there. Keep up the pressure.
18 gold, eh? Like, should I just take a turn off? Level up twice? Econ works out. Feel like I should. The sooner you level up, the sooner you'll be able to find, like, the actual good cards here. I don't see any other weird way around this other than Murlocs. Murlocs could be an interesting... So when I say Murlocs, the reason I'm saying that is because you just try to find like a Coral or a Basquill every turn, and then you keep Bream Counter in your hand the entire game. I'm just going to level up for now. I don't think it's going to be a huge deal if I take 10 here. And I'm level 5 while the rest of the lobby is kind of all over the place. Some at level 5. My opponent, for some reason, at level 2. I guess most people are at level 5. It's really just my opponent that is trying to throw tempo out there. And then on one of the final turns, I can just cash into the piggy bank, or if I'm feeling particularly at risk, like I don't find anything great on a given turn, yeah, take 8. That was totally reasonable for me.
Some bumps now and then.
So Scourfin, I think, is just always going to be good. So I'll play Scourfin whenever I get a chance. I'll play this thing. This is, like, not needed. Let's roll now. Another Relentless Century.
Fish are friends, not food.
Econ is still always pretty great. Now I'm looking for, like, champion. I can sell out of Refreshing Anomaly here. Might buy Faceless Disciple, though. It's not, like, extremely exciting to have a 6 for a turn. Still kind of cool. Sure, Murgle's quite strong. Now I feel like I'm at the point where I just want to play like reasonably strong turns and look for undead synergies whenever possible. I think you wind up maybe playing a little bit of both. Maybe you play Bream Counter and you play undead strategies, both at the same time. That could definitely be a possibility, come to think of it. For this game, we're going to hit my opponent for 10. So it seems like it's mostly going to be trading 10s here and there. And then you'll have 30 gold with which to play with more or less every turn. This could be strong for a second. Could level up. What does leveling up find me? Ghast Coiler, Fell Stomper, both of those are pretty good. Zap is good, Uther's good. Okay, there's some reasonable tempo stuff on 6. I think I want to get there. Oh, Fellemental. Yes. I don't hate the Emergent Flame.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
Okay, these seem good.
A good tactical choice.
Just solid
That's
cards.
what I would have picked.
Another Fellemental, a young Murkeye. Both of those seem worth locking onto for next turn. So with that... I could grab them both right now, too. That might be worth it. Okay.
That's what I would have picked.
Alright, this probably kills Scabs. If I really wanted to get it done, I could put in one more thing, but I feel like this is a strong enough board. Oh, let's unlock here.
I think you can win this thing.
So now my shops have +3/+3. My undead have +4 attack. Their board's pretty strong. It says their board contains Baskill. That's not true. Elemental Summoner or Undead Summoner, definitely a strong card that continues to scale. And wow, I'm going to take 15 here. Never mind. You really cannot underestimate anybody in these lobbies. Luckily, I can afford to take 15 one more time. But I guess now's just the time of the game where we're going to play the strongest board every turn. So, never mind everything that I said. Well, this is just like such good synergy with each other. Here's a Bream counter. Yeah, I think I'm just going to grab Bream counter.
Good tactical choice. That'll do some damage.
Oh, Dancing Barnstormer also might not be terrible. This is a really good board already. I think I can just afford a Barnstormer. Oh, and then also a noob? Sure.
That's what I would have picked.
I kind of want to have Soul Splitter in here on the turn where I'm playing a noob. I could get rid of the Gift Horse. All it does is give 1, 2, 3, 4. It gives +8/+8 to the Octopus, which is strong. Could cut the Barnstormer. Just shouldn't have played the Barnstormer this turn. I think I'll just hang on to the Soul Splitter for future Anoob turns, unfortunately. Scabs levels to 6. Is everybody on 6 at this point? No, not quite, but my opponent this round is, and this seems like a good hero power in hindsight to just like put Undead on a Ghast Coiler and Octosari. But I don't think we're looking too shabby here. My opponent with a base skill is going to make them reasonably spooky. But what's in the base skill? No, we're going to hit them for 15 this time. We are overpowered comparatively. That's good. That's a hero that I don't want to have to mess around with in the finals just because their hero power seems really good. Oh, wait a second now. This is value for the rest of the game.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
This is value for the rest of the game as well. I might look to put in these two. There's another Soul Splitter and a Bran. I think I'll grab Soul Splitter so that way I can feel confident playing one of my Soul Splitters here. I do need to play at least one beast every turn. I could just play Reef Explorer plus Metalhead. See where Reef Explorer brings me. Gives me a Ghast Coiler. I like that.
Better hire a recruit while you can.
End of turn triggers an additional time. Carbonic Copy. I mean, I like the Belcher. Yeah, let's play Belcher because it's strong.
Go home, I always say.
I like Murghul specifically. Double Eternal Night, kind of interesting. Should have played the Begurgle next to the Metalhead as well, but this is probably fine. Relentless Sentry should have gone towards the back. My Econ is a corrupted Myrmidon, and then I summon in a Feathermane. Double Carbonic copy is looking good. Oh, that's unfortunate. And this is kind of unfortunate here, too. Guess I'm losing, and I'm taking 12. Oh, wow. Oh, I take 5 still. But yeah, it's just like a bunch of mini combats, each after the other one. Very interesting. So, like, I only have to make it a few more turns here now.
It's not the strongest, but it'll fight hard.
I can't find an undead, but I'm sure I could find other fun stuff with this. Yeah, like some scam. That seems good.
I am one with the thorn.
Ride or die!
I want to find at least one beast. This is just always insane if I play it correctly. Don't currently have any death rattles, but this could be a really good beast to pick up, and then I just need to find any one death rattle. Like Handless Forsaken is quite good. Let's cycle through this. Alright. Grabbing a base skill for the future. This is now my death rattle. And then I get to buy one more thing. Could buy Feathermane. I like both of these things. Do I want to lock these for a future turn?
I got it. Second hand.
I didn't like that one either.
I
Here's a
should...
gold for the trouble.
Yeah, let's buy this too. And throw in this.
Ride or die! You're doing great out there.
Okay, I think this is a really, really good board. My opponent has a Baskill, a Fell Stomper, and an Eternal Summoner. Ooh, and they got really good attacks off on me. Short of those good attacks, we do have some Reborn that eventually triggers. My opponent had 2 Wingmen attacks before I even got those Reborns off, so that was a little bit close for a second. But now how are we looking? Banana Slammer, pretty solid. I think I lose this one, but do I die? And do I lose, even, I guess? I tie this? No, I win, even. Wow, okay. Yeah, that was a really good board, then. Corrupted Myrmidon actually wants to just cycle out. Base skill probably wants to get in here as we find ourselves in the top 4. Let's get a noob. Anything that just looks reasonable, I'm gonna play. Another Soul Splitter I get to pick up right now. Don't hate the Wildfire Elemental.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
I don't think I need it. Sore Loser could have been interesting there too. Monstrous Macaw. I mean, I do already have a beast, but Monstrous Macaw seems reasonable.
Second hand.
I don't want to use up all of my everything here. Let's grab another Monstrous Macaw because I've been enjoying it. Pick up some more Scam, and then I could sell out of Corrupted Myrmidon if I find something good on this next roll. Don't actually love anything here, but it might still just be beneficial to sell down and play different stuff. Because there's only going to be like one more combat after this. Saving the Baskill and the Relentless for that final combat. I'm saving one Macaw.
Go ahead and hire one of these recruits.
Alright, I like 2 things in this shop, so I'm going to lock for Belcher plus Relentless Sentry. Put in Macaw. I can actually move these down later. This seems good. Hopefully it is good enough to allow me to win the finals here. Opponent with double Bastille plus a Coral. They have brought it all for this one, by the looks of it. They've tripled the free-flying Feathermane. Coral's just looking big. And now I'm going to summon an additional hand, or maybe one of these other weird death rattles, unfortunately. I guess the question is now, am I going to lose this fight, or am I going to manage to survive with just Handless Forsaken? It's really what I'm banking on right now. No, I lose this one. I can never beat Coral, unfortunately. Yeah, Coral's a really, really good one. You can see my Coral would have been not quite as big, but comparable numbers. 92% to lose. Well, despite getting like 2 top 4s in this video, maybe 2 third-place finishes, I don't even remember how that first game turned out. Still a pretty fun video to take a look at 2 new anomalies for the first time, but that is going to be it for me today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lex Given. Peace.